Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon. Click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. It's Sunday, March 9th, 3:49 p.m. New York time. We're almost 6 months completed this year. That would be 2 quarters. Stock market, the companies judge themselves quarterly, the institutions, the retail investors, quarter to quarter, every 3 months. So let's look at the performance for right now, for the past year. See where leadership is. Look at the equity indexes first, the most popular, the one to gauge your performance with your underlining. That is the SPX, the S&P 500 index. S&P 500 index comprises of 500 companies. And 500 companies, there's 11 sectors inside this index. And in this index, there's several indexes that make up this. So look at that. We made an all-time new high for the year. That's leadership. The NASDAQ 100, which is high-tech companies, which this index is part of the S&P 500, it did not make an all-time high this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, this index is part of the S&P 500. It made an all-time new high, and it's a diversified index. It's got stocks from the NASDAQ 100 also in it. The Russell 2000 did not make an all-time high. That's not leadership. The Dow Transport's all-time high. It's inside the S&P 500. The Dow Jones Utility, also this index in the S&P 500, it did not make all-time high this week. So the takeaway is we only have 3 of these indexes that made all-time new highs year to date. S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and Dow Transport. So let's break it down. We'll look at the stocks inside the Dow Jones Industrial Average to identify which stocks are leadership inside this index. Not just that, what percentage of those are leading? So on the right is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Again, we already saw it, made a new high for the year. And on the left will be the stocks in alphabetical order that make up the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Apple, AAPL, is one of the stocks in the S&P 500. It's not at the high for the year. It's not leadership. Yeah, it's struggling. Amgen, it's not at an all-time high for the year. It's struggling. American Express, AXP, all-time high for the year. Interesting. It's a financial banking company. First, Apple is tech, but Apple is not an all-time high. But here we have all-time high. That's financial. Boeing, it's not its all-time high. Here's the all-time high for the year. It's down here. Caterpillar, all-time high. Makes earth-moving equipment, all-time high. So right now, out of all the stocks we're seeing, not all of them at all-time highs. Most of them have not been. Charlie, Romeo, Mike, Salesforce.com. We are not at all-time highs. That was an all-time high for this year. And last year, we are struggling here. Not leadership. Cisco, all-time high, leadership. Charlie Victor X-ray. Chevron. No, we are not at all-time high. Here's the high for the year. Disney. We are neither at all-time high. Here's the high for the year. We're not there. Dow Chemical, all-time high. Goldman Sachs, all-time high. So another takeaway, if you notice these stocks I'm showing you and know what kind of business fields those companies are in, I showed you, and how long they've been around, a lot of the old school companies are hitting all-time highs. Home Depot, all-time high leadership. Honeywell, HON, we are not at all-time high, just shy. IBM, last week, it made an inside candle. The prior week was all-time high. Yep, old school company. Intel, we are not at all-time high. We have sold off. Here's the all-time high for the year. Johnson & Johnson, here's the all-time high for the year. There we are, it's struggling. JP Morgan, just shy of all-time high. Here's the all-time high. It looks like it's gunning back up for it. Again, most of these financial stocks I showed you in this index are outstanding for the year. Coca-Cola, KO, all-time high. From last year was here. We have not taken that out yet. Almost looks like a cup and handle might be forming. That's a technical charting setup. MCD, McDonald's, all-time high. How come Coke's not doing so well? 3M, all-time high. Again, a lot of these are companies that have been around for a long time, and they're not software related or technology related that you would see them on the NASDAQ, but they're on the New York Stock Exchange. Merck, MERK, all-time high for the year there, all-time high for last year there. We are not there. Microsoft, last week, the week prior was all-time high. So now we got 2 red weeks, lower lows, lower highs. Nike, we are not at all-time highs, where it did take out last week's high. Here's the high of last year, it's struggling. Procter & Gamble also is not at the all-time high for the year. Here's the all-time high for the year, and last year it's struggling. Travelers Company, TRV, all-time high right there. We're just shy of that. Maybe it happened this week. Uniform November Hotel, all-time high, outstanding, strong like bull, good leadership. Visa, just shy of all-time high. That was last week. Verizon, still struggling. Hasn't taken out the all-time high for this year yet, nor last year. Whiskey, Bravo, Alpha. Walgreens, all-time high for the year is there, and it's near it. Walmart, here's the all-time high for this year. Here's the all-time high for last year. We're not there yet, it's struggling. So the takeaway is you've been better off being in this index if you didn't know which one of these single stocks were going to outperform it. Yeah, so you could be much better off in the indexes, not necessarily have to buy the single stocks. Or if you are, take note, who's the leadership? Showed you here a few of them. Now those are different, American Express, Home Depot, and there's some that are just shy, where we have Home Depot, McDonald's up there. So the takeaway is majority of these stocks inside the Dow Jones are not hitting all-time highs, and a good percentage of them have not taken out the high of last year. So wherever you're getting your information from, we just saw here clearly less stocks are making highs in this index. And if that keeps occurring, then it'd be less stocks pushing this up. It would only take a very small sell-off or that big leadership to bring this down fast. So what do you look for? When this index pulls back on weakness, look for the stocks that are already showing leadership and consider those to buy if that's what your game plan is, to make money on the upside. Again, when the index has a sell-off, which occurred last week, but it will occur again, look for the strongest stocks in this index You can either consider reloading those, this index, or trade the index. There we go. We'll leave this with the end of looking at the multiple indexes so you can see the performance, where the leadership is. And the top dog are the top 3 indexes that are best. But we already saw who's got the leadership there, which is inside here. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video, and please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel. By going below and clicking on my PayPal link, you can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.